people of YouTube. It's Brittany, Inner Goddess, here on the tube and elsewhere. I'm coming on to chit chat about surviving the rumor mill. Being chit chatted about and not getting confused by it. Because I don't see nobody talking about it. Plenty of people say, just don't talk about me. But it's kind of like, well, if you want to be popular, whatever, people gotta talk about you. So you can't just be like, don't nobody talk about me. Don't talk about me. Don't think about me. Never. No, that's not gonna work. No. But something that can occur is getting caught up in it, because thoughts are things. These are projections floating around there. It's like a tangible thing. It's a real thing. Thought bubbles, thought forms. So it can get real easy to be caught up in what people say about you or think about you that isn't entirely accurate. But the presumption was made off of maybe how you look or where you're from or something that you said. And thinking about that, you thinking about what's being thought about you, can confuse you about who you actually are. Like, well, because the worst for some of us is to be like, oh no, heaven forbid there's something about myself that I'm unaware of that I should work on. And you can find yourself adjusting depending upon how quickly you can adjust all over the place until you crack or you cause yourself a wreckage in appearance. We see this with people that I'm like, I ain't trying to cause no shade, but this is something that that's been said, and I know that she's aware. Lil' Kim has had a significant amount of work. This is not a secret thing. And anyone that's been a fan knows she was always beautiful. From the get, you could look back on her existence in the public eyeball and be like, that's a beautiful woman. And there have been some times where it's just like, who made you feel a way where you felt like you needed to adjust that aspect of you? And she might take that on as being herself, like, oh, it's just how I felt about me, or I just wanted to change it. I'm going to argue, I think not. I think that you decided to change it because it was projected upon you that it could be something to change. That you just look better, be better if you did this or that. And you decided, sure. But you decided based off of what was projected at you. Some things I'm aware of for myself because it was projected upon me that I had work done that I hadn't had done. And so I thought to myself, heaven forbid someone see me in the real life and is disappointed or shocked that it's like, wow, you look regular. So if I had had the funds at the time this was projected, would I have done the work? Quite possibly. Um, but surviving the talking and having to sit in it without making adjustments has made me strong in what I actually look like. Because I've said before, I'm not too gung-ho about it. I feel like part of your appearance is actually for other people. It's not for you. Like, that's why our eyeballs aren't on stalks like a snail or something where we can turn and look at ourselves. We need a whole mirror to look at ourselves or look into a pool of water. We can't actually look at ourselves, really. That means it's for other people to see. So I'm just like, well, what do you want to see? Like, it doesn't really bother me none unless it actually does. And procedures are painful, like they are costly. It is pain, there is recovery, there is adjustments that you have to make with your diet and supplementation, things to avoid, the way that you move, the way that you sleep for a period of time. So it's for other people, but it's also really needing to be something that you personally find highly attractive. There's that one woman, I think they call her a cat woman, but she's had numerous surgeries and she's made her eyeballs really catty looking. Not makeup, surgery. She loves it. There are plenty of people that disagree and think that's a wily thing to do. She loves it. So I say, let her enjoy herself. And whoever likes her, it's like she's clearly on the frequency of whomsoever is going to appreciate this mysterious appearance. Um, the fangs. A couple years ago, I was looking at this. I'm like, wow, not vampire fangs for Halloween. No, people are getting the work done to have vampire fangs all year. Just like, oh my, didn't you end up biting yourself? But I was obsessed for a minute. But at any rate, expensive. There's only certain people that are doing it. I saw one man, I think he's way off, like in Europe or something. Like he's I don't know where this man is, but it's a whole Fang society. At any rate, that's an undertaking. But if a person is serious about it and they vibe with it, then people do what they're going to do. Back to the original point of the video, though. The thoughts that swirl around you and surviving that. Some of that is sitting in that. Sitting without adjusting immediately, like every 2 seconds adjusting. Being slow to adjust to what people think about you. The next thing is having people or things that ground you. some people, many people, it's the people around them that remind them who they are. Hey, you don't like that? What are you doing? You're like this. Are you doing da 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 thing that you normally do all the time? Where are you? Over at such and such place? Place that you're at often? What are you doing? Fill in the blank thing that you tend to be doing all the time. People remind you. So that's one way to be grounded. People that are trying to avoid that may go from place to place often, change your name often, change your appearance often, don't frequent the same places, meet new people all the time, and introduce themselves differently. Those are all ways that folks that don't really want to be attached to an identity move. But also grounding yourself, if you want to remind yourself, have reminders of who you are. Yes, your stuff, your space, projecting your mind, your feelings onto your space so that you can look at it. These are a few of my favorite things. The things. People say you're not your stuff and that's superficial. Whatever. We we do identify ourselves with our stuff. If something is your favorite color, like, how do you indicate that's your favorite color? Is that the color ink you write in? Is it your wallpaper color? Is that the color of your car? Do you wear that color? Is it the color of your hair? Or is it just a thought? Like no one would know that's your favorite color. And if so, why? Do you feel you need to have a favorite color? Points to ponder. I've said multiple times that in my experience, I have not been able to hold my attachments. It's the only thing I have left is my memories and the things that I continue to repeat. Otherwise, the stuff falls away. Something happens. Times change. People come and go. A circle way small. And if you witness me, that might be something that you've experienced. Maybe the formal name for reminiscing on stuff, maybe that's called nostalgia, or PTSD if you go over events far after, or identities of yourself, aspects way later. But I think that until you can ground that part of you that's a past thing or that time in the present, it's always that. Like you're from a place or you used to do this job, or you used to know these people. You used to do this thing and now you can't or you don't. There's something that you do want to hold. And people that observe you, depending on their sensitivity, like what exactly do they pick up on, are going to catch a vibe. If they are emotionally sensitive, they could feel that you're sadder than you are because they're picking up on the sadness about something. If they're clairvoyant, they see some things, they might pick up that you might be into some object, some activity, something that's past history. So I'm sitting here with a crystal grounding. It's a must to ground in some way in the present. Who you are, what you actually like, how you actually feel. Because when the thought rays come up that don't match, it's important to be able to recognize that. That's how you keep from going all over the place. Even when it comes to emulating somebody else or trying to pick up some traits from somebody else, it's a comfort thing. I mentioned the cat woman. She feels a vibe about being a cat. Maybe it's like another time. She very well has been a cat or a being that looked more cat-like. And so she's wanting to be that now. Even though she wasn't born that way, she's like, I could get this work done and look like a cat. Some people identify themselves by what they do, whether it's work or hobby. I'm just like, I'm like, there's nobody more extreme than like hunters or the paintball squad. They might paintball just every now and again, but the paintball identification is serious. It could be because like it'll cost you a bit to get the stuff, get the paintballs, get a decent gun, so you're not just getting shot up the whole time. And hunting folks, it could be because of the opposition to it. There's people that are so opposed to people that hunt, or just think that they could not do it. Maybe they eat meat, but they're just like, there ain't no way I'm going out in the woodlands, chasing down some deer, kill the deer, bring the deer back home, clean the deer, to like chop up the deer, to remove all the stuff and preserve the deer. Like, no, not going through all that. I will go to the meat section of the grocery store and call it a day. So the hunting people have a camaraderie with other hunting people. There's all this stuff that goes into it. It is not just get a slingshot or a spear. You need a gun, you need bullets, you need some sort of trap or whatever. You need your special sight binoculars, your camo, the scent possibly, maybe a little hidey hole place. You need to know where the game is located. You need to be able to clean your meat properly, know how to do that, and be willing to do that. And lastly, the fallout or the judgment from people that are just like, absolutely not. If anyone that happens to have deer jerky like follows me, like, a great gift. I'm not opposed. But obviously, the thing with me, just a little sidebar on the hunting thing, is not to hunt something into extinction. Where there's lots, or what there's lots of, I am in agreement that if it tastes yummy, it's for munching. I might not be the first person to try it if humans start eating something new and unusual, but I'll watch to see how they carry on. Like, y'all think that's tasty? Are you getting sick from it? No? Alright, I'll give it a try. I'm not really a person that says yuck right off because of hearing what it is. Knowing what it is. Oh, yuck. People said that about these fake meats. I'm like, well, what's it made out of? Vitamins? What's it taste like? Is it good? I want to see someone eat it and look happy for real. Not just trying to push it on everybody else. But if someone's eating some artificial meats, you look pleasant in the face, believably. Make something yummy with it. I'd give it a go. Yeah, knowing thyself, making one's own decision. Some things you're going to move with a crowd or fit into a crowd, and that is okay, that is fine, that is great. Plenty dandy. It's only a negative thing when you don't agree, or that's not actually you, or you have to bend hard to fit in there. That's the thing about being authentic to yourself. People can tell you who you are all day, but if it doesn't actually match, it's going to cause you duress to maintain the things that are making them think that about you. Folks thought I had a BBL. I did not. I'm not opposed to BBLs. It's like, let me be clear. I am not anti-BBL. I didn't think it was necessary. Not for me. I'm just like, if I had a flat booty, likelihood I would feel it's mandatory is high. But that's not my situation. I'm grateful for what I have. And put me in a faja and the booty looks even fatter. So I'm not stressing it. But it's been a thought. It's been a projection at me. I'm not really opposed to any kind of body work, face work, whatever kind of work you want to do. I'm just saying I will not pretend that it's easy, just like getting piercings. There's numerous piercings people will say don't hurt at all. Zero pain. I don't have one piercing or have never had a piercing that did not hurt. They all hurt. Now, varying degrees. Hurt a little bit, hurt for a long time, hurt for a second, and then just kind of ache. Or like pain where I don't think I would do it again. I have to think really long and hard if I would do it again. Yeah. I vote don't lie to folks about no pain. Come on now. People like had a plastic surgery and there was no pain. Well, how much painkillers did you take? And even so, at some point in time, you're without. Like every 4 hours, like the pain's gonna come back. It's gonna hurt again. You're not pain free. Come on now. No. Recovery was quick, sure. There will be a pulling or an effect of your surgery for a long time, if not forever. I see folks envious of the folks that get their lips done. And if my lips weren't full naturally, would I want to get my lips done? Absolutely. Absolutely. But do I imagine they might feel kind of numb just by judging how some folks seem to manage the lips? Yeah, it might not feel like anything. Or maybe they feel kind of hard. I'm not quite sure. But the behavior with the lips makes me think that there might be a sensitivity issue. That's a drawback. Even if they look cool. Same contemplation when it comes to boobs. Maybe they look cool depending upon what shape you get or how big. But can you feel your boobs? Do your nipples still feel nice? People think about them being heavy. I'm like, that's only one thing. Does your skin tingle? Does your inner boob muscle tingle? Do your boobs feel separate from the rest of your body? How does it feel laying down? Can you lay on your stomach? How does it feel when you jump? And this isn't to mention the potential for breast implant illness. For a while, women were saying that there was issues. They're having brain fog. They're having conundrum from their implants. And the doctors were saying, no, that's not possible. They figured out that these women are actually going through something. Has that been sorted out? I've been away from the surgery communities for a while, so I don't know. But all points to ponder beyond, oh, like how much does it cost or what doctor, if you want to do it or not, and what size, like lots of things to consider. I might have done a little meandering. A little meandering with this topic. But in the world of petty wop, gossip and such, whether someone's gotten work done or not is a topic. And what you think of them if they have. What kind of person are they? And how much was it? Maybe you're reflecting who you are inside. Maybe you're trying to match the projections of other people. Maybe you're changing into somebody else and you're wanting your physical look to reflect that. If you want to start being sporty, like athletic, what do? I'm like, the first thing you do is buy some workout clothes, right? You get you some workout clothes or workout equipment. You get a gym membership. You start buying the foods for whatever diet program, whatever you think is healthy. That's how you start making the change. And maybe it sticks, maybe it doesn't. If it stays, years later, years pass, and you're still maintaining that athleticness, then that's you now. Even if you don't tell the story of this one time you were out of shape, or this one time you were larger, your new identity is this person that climbs mountains or works out in a gym all these days, goes for walks daily. This is grounding yourself in reality so that you know, no matter what people are saying at the moment or not, someone pulls up a picture of you moons ago. That's you. Was you. Or is you if you are still grounding aspects of that version of you in the present. All right. That's that, that's enough. If you hung in with me, I appreciate. I'm sending lots of love your way, clarity, and grounding on your journey. And I'll see you in the next one.